This is Close Combat, Gateway to Caen. You're watching episode 20 of the Axis campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. We're back with Conf Group Kraus at St. Mauvieu. In the last fight, 6 Royal Scots Fusiliers managed to take out a few tanks. We got to be a little bit more cautious, but use our armor to our advantage. This is Allo Company. We've got a full platoon of infantry, and they are all Panzer Grenadier. And then we've got 4 Panzer IVs, 2 machine guns, and 2 mortars. These guys should have enough firepower to get through this one. Enemy has a rifle platoon, and then 2 Bren sections. They are bringing 2 medium mortars, so we'll have to watch that for our infantry. And they have their crocodile. I've made a small change. If you look at Hink 2-2 in the north, I have put them up in the wooded orchard type area because we did have a lot of enemy contacts in there and we didn't have any good line of sight. Besides that, instead of keeping the infantry on the west side back on the dirt road, I have moved them all the way to the front of that field and they're just hiding behind the hedges. I'm hoping that this prevents the enemy from getting down into that field and then also enables us to spot into the open area beyond the road just a little bit earlier. Beyond them, everybody else is kind of where I've been using them. I do have Russ down to the mid-west side, and my thought there is just not have him trapped in the front. I have Saul Perkins in the field next to Helga Gerhardt in the building on the east side of the road by the 4-way intersection. They're not on the road, so that way hopefully they can maneuver a little bit more freely, and they can also support the fight in front of that building that has been taking place every time. Because of distance reasons, I've moved Gavin Fairfax and Gestapo Man a little bit to the east, so hopefully they're not too close to the action. And we already have a tank up there, so the infantry there was a good idea. We could spot that. Hard thing here, let's go ahead and move Russ up. We don't have any legitimate Panzerjäger units, but some of our infantry does have access to Panzerfausts, and we're hoping that that's going to be enough. In the meantime, I'm going to get Saul Perkins moving up here to the corner. Hopefully he can see out and get a flank shot on the tank. We'll also have this shot right here. So depending on how this works, maybe we can get a good kill. All right, infantry is not effective yet.
Seine Panzerung ist zu stark.
Yeah, it says we can't hurt that, but I still need Hauser to take some shots. Wow. Okay. That's kind of annoying. We didn't even get a shot that hit. Okay. Infantry, just stay low for a minute. If the tank keeps coming south, we should have a decent opportunity to kill him. Otherwise, we got these guys moving up. Put some rounds on them. Now, I think Saul Perkins is going to have a decent spot. I'd like to get him further up, but I'm also wondering if... Are we going to move up there and then immediately have to come back down south if he crosses the hedges into this field? So maybe wait for just a moment and see how this plays out before we commit. Hink's just going to have to hold that down. Dude. Alright, I mean, if they wouldn't have moved, I'm not sure that the tank would see him, but let's go ahead and get up there, and I guess we're going to have to come out. I would have liked to play this differently, but the tank is just going to slaughter us now. Mortars.
Requesting covering fire.
Can't believe they moved and gave away their position. All they had to do was lay still. Just keep going south. But, yeah, I mean, he's just crawling out there. I don't know why he would do that, but he is. Okay, Russ is going cross country. I don't understand what is going on right now. They are not following directions at all. Can't hit that Bren. General Klinkerhoffen's not going to survive. You guys are going to have to get going a lot faster. Come on. It's like we could have a good rear shot, but I don't know. We're just taking our time. Get up there. Please go around the tank.
We need covering fire.
Okay, they just flared us. They can't see us. Yvette has good line of sight. We'll let them open up. We need Russ to be careful, but I'd like to be in a position where I can like just kind of peek over and take a shot. So if we get both these tanks here, maybe we can get them to both engage at the same time. Flare somewhere up here. We're going to hit this same location with mortars. Russ would have good effect on target at this range and this side. And we're going to start changing plans now. If that tank's going to come down here, we want to be ready when it crosses the hedgerow. So let's kind of get turned our frontal armor to the west. There's the fire. Officer Crabtree's going to have a bad time. So I want Hinken on this fight, but we still have a lot going on. I can't just like drive away. Okay, Crabtree is dead, I believe. Nope, still one sinking cover. It was General Klinkerhoffen that's dead. We are taking mortars, I guess. Let's get out of there. I think as long as Roger Leclerc doesn't get hit by mortars, I don't think anybody knows that they're laying on the hedges there. So I kind of want that position. Alright, can we get Saul a little bit more turned? I feel like the tank knows that we're here, and so he's not moving to where we can get him, but he's still just kind of hanging out in that corner. If we could get Hink out of the orchard, we could bring him over, but I do think these two tanks are enough to kill it, so I don't know. We could come down around here, try and distract with one and flank with the other. No firing up here, so let's get Hink in position just to be safe. So we'll get Saul Perkins to just take the scenic route. We just gotta watch. There's like, uh-oh, Crocodile's moving. Can we get Hink in position before the tank can see down the road? That would be very helpful. Is he gonna engage? Move up there.
Get back here.
Okay, move down. Saul Perkins, if you're not going to shoot, you're going to have to back up. Yeah, I think back up, back up. You've been there for 2 minutes and you haven't fired. I don't know that I believe the tank should be able to see us, but okay. Okay. We're good there. What? They're routed! They just abandoned the tank! Bro, I got you to safety! You can't just abandon the tank! Okay, now Russ is kind of stuck. We know exactly where that tank's parked. It has a decent view through that gap in the hedges. So we're going to have to wait for Hink to get up here. And then we can try this plan again, try and get 2 angles on it. But this is going to be a little annoying. If we can get back. I don't know if they're mortaring my tank or the infantry, because I don't think they actually know the infantry's there. Yeah, so if we can get back, I would like to take a different angle in this fight. But I can't just move south. And now, if that tank's just abandoned, and the crew made it out, like, I'm not going to lose the tank in the next fight, right? Like, I'll still have it. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. Okay, Crocodile's moving. Alright, if he's going to do that, we might have to just do this. We've got a little ways to go. Come on. That would be a great shot right there. If Russ could get across the hedges, we'd have a shot right in the rear. There we go. Send it. Okay, Hink missed. And Russ won't go where I'm telling them to go. They're looking for a different way out. Okay, we got a hit. This is why we're dying. The tanks aren't just driving where I need them to. Come on. Uh-oh, lost line of sight. Come on, keep going. Mortars are almost out. Okay, mortars are out. Alright, we just took one. Come on, keep going. Just all the way up. Straight up. We took another one. Okay. Crocodile's dead. Ooh. That was iffy. Now it's just down to their infantry. So we can start cleaning house with our tanks. And we'll just back them up with our infantry as we go. So who else do we have? Let's see. Officer Crabtree, I think you're going to go with Glass. I think you guys are going to move north. I think we could take Helga Gearhart, and then Roger Leclerc can go over there. We're going to have those 4 teams probably move up the west side and sweep that corner. And then we don't have as much manpower over here, but Auto Flick can go. And we've done a lot of damage in that orchard area, so I don't know that there's a ton of contacts up there. Oh, they actually showed up. Nope, we lost them. Yes, they're back. Oh my goodness. Oh, the struggle is real. I heard a grenade. I swear I heard somebody pop a grenade, but nothing happened. Alright, maybe we can actually get them now. We're in this fight. Okay, last guy surrendered there. Auto Flick is going to be okay. Let's actually have him keep moving up here. And then, never mind. I thought the tank was actually going to win this fight, but they lost sight of the infantry that was laying on the right side of the road. So we do have infantry that can come up their backside, but if you look up by the flag, they're being shot at. So, I'm inclined to move over here. We got one random guy laying in this field. So let's take care of him first, and then we'll try and see if we can get some shots up the road. Roger Leclerc can bring his machine gun up to the top. And then Rene Artois, you're down to just one guy. I wanted him to go along for the run, but we're just going to have him stay in that house instead. Okay, can we actually get these guys? Oh, come on. Right there somewhere. Oh, there he is. Okay, so that should clear that out pretty good. Now we just got to get, I don't know, maybe moved back and around this dead tank so we can see whatever's going on up there. And they obviously are ready for a truce. They've been ready for a while. They have no morale. This has got to be their last team. Maybe one more, but they're not getting a truce out of this. We're gonna wipe them out, which might take annoyingly long. I'm trying not to just drive the tank up there and risk blowing it up, but they're kind of in a spot where it'll take a minute for the infantry to get to them, and the tank can't see them, so it's just a waiting game. Alright, Russ has finally made it. Look north. Hit these guys. Can you hit the... I'd like him to turn the whole vehicle that way. We do have that hull-mounted machine gun, so if we're not facing to the north, we can't see them. Oh, good shots there. Alright.
We surrender!
Okay, he surrendered before we had to shoot. Now, up at the flag, that's the last location, I think. So let's bring auto flick over here. Make sure there's nobody hiding back there anywhere. And then we'll move up. And we'll... Ooh, we can't go straight at them. Let's put some fire on them. And I'm going to bring Hink over here because we can put some cannon rounds up there. I don't know if we can squeeze past there with Russ, but I would like to. It'd be very helpful to get those shots on both sides of the hedges. And then let's go ahead and illuminate that. It'll kind of compromise our tank, but I'm pretty sure they know he's coming. It's a mortar team. It's a very, very full, healthy mortar team. Alright, so they flared us. Not really worried about it. We need the ground to dry out so that the tanks can start moving at a normal pace. It's very painful, like, waiting, I guess, for them to reposition. It's actually caused me to do some stuff a few times that I wouldn't want to do. And because I'm looking at how long the repositioning is, I don't want to take them around the long way or something like that. And I definitely should be. I should be more patient. So he's got good line of sight. He just needs to actually point the tank at them. There we go. Another good hit. Can't be many left. There are none left. Okay, so the battle ended because Allied morale broke. And they are disbanding. I'm actually honestly a little surprised that we're down to 52% morale ourselves. They did kill a tank and we abandoned another one. But we took quite the morale hit as well. We killed 19. We wounded 44 and took 3 prisoners. We destroyed 1 crocodile. They killed 1. They wounded 16, destroyed our tank, and damaged another. And I'm assuming the damaged one is the one we abandoned, but it could also be Hink when he was getting pelted in the face. For the campaign now, we've killed 236, we've wounded 452, and we've taken 30 prisoners. We've destroyed 12 tanks and 4 vehicles, and we've damaged 4 more tanks. They've killed 68 of our infantry, wounded 154, and taken 19 prisoners. We've lost 2 tanks as destroyed. We have 2 more that are damaged. We've lost 4 guns, and they captured a 5th gun. And the campaign has 5 days remaining. As you can see here, we're doing very well, but they are still beating us in morale at 91% to 89%. We control the whole map, but they're inflicting a decent amount of casualties on us. Up first is Glass with no kills. And then we have Auto Flick, who has 4 kills. Helga Gearhart has no kills. Rene Artois has no kills. Officer Crabtree has no kills. General Klinkerhoffen is wiped out, no kills. We got Roger Leclerc with 2 kills. Then we have Hauser with no kills. Then we have Hink with a 2nd class Iron Cross, a tank kill, and 17 infantry kills. That's an awesome performance. Next is Russ, and that is 21 infantry kills. Our last tank, we do have Saul Perkins. They have 4 infantry kills before they abandoned it. We have Yvette with 3 infantry kills on the machine gun. And then we have Orange Glass also on the machine gun. No hits and no kills. Gestapo Man does have 5 kills with the mortar. And then we have Gavin Fairchild, who has 6 kills. And the allies have no kills with the platoon leader. And then the light mortar has nothing. Piat has nothing. Rifle has nothing. And we got Bren, no kills. Alright, there's a Bren with 4 kills. No kills in this Bren. Another Bren that's no kills. Another Bren that's no kills. And then mortar. Let's see, medium mortar has a single kill. And they have their second medium mortar. It has 2 kills. Lastly, their crocodile. It did get a tank kill and 9 infantry kills. And that's now going to wrap up the night fighting. We will officially begin the second day of fighting in the next episode. If I could pull off some miracles, we also may be able to win the campaign by the end of June 27th. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also consider supporting the channel with a premium membership. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.